began our day at NICQUEE's Making It Happen at a rally downtown. The rally was held by Sam Rafford and Nathan Hare. They're two community activists, very strongly in the community. I love when I hear, you know, the shows that they do on the radio and everything else. They held a rally today. They called out a day for us as parents to keep our children out of school, for us to go downtown and unite and understand how important it is for us as parents to be active in our children's lives and in the community. The rally was held because there is racism going on in Buffalo. There's also the curriculum is not being treated the same as far as the suburban schools and the Buffalo public schools. So Nathan Hare, Sam Rafford, and even our pastor, Pastor Pridgett, they all spoke out on this issue. And we kept our children out of school. We went down there and we just united, you know. Take a look at it.
Let's give another hand to our elder and give thanks for his wonderful contribution to where we are at today. As the Vice President of the District Parent Coordinating Council, we have called for this rally today to be able to draw upon community support to back up what the District Parent Coordinating Council did. For those of you who wasn't there on May 3rd, the Buffalo Public School District Coordinating Council had the majority of our schools represented there that day, and we brought all of our elected officials, all of our state officials, everybody who was responsible for education in any kind of way. We brought them in one room at one time, and we began to talk to them and listen to them about what we are going to do to fix our broken education system. And after we listened intently, we asked questions to make sure we understood what their position was. It became clear to us, as the elected representative of all parents in the Buffalo Public School District, it became clear to us that there's no clear plan on how we turn this district around. That's right. And based on the fact that there was no clear plan, it made no sense for us as the parent leaders who are responsible for representing all parents. It made no sense for us to just go forward and send our children into a school system that we know is broke, that everybody knows is broke, that everybody knows don't work. And so we made a very, very hard choice because all of us love our children. All of us love a good quality education. So we made a very hard choice, and we said we have to have the courage and take the risk to interrupt the way this system is operating. The system is broken, and if we continue to participate in a broke system, what we're doing is we're basically validating it. We said it's all right for us to have a system where our children have 75% dropout rates. It's all right to have a system where 30% of our kids are suspended at a time. It's all right. And what we decided to do, and this is not two people, this is not one or two people. This is a whole body of people that represents all students. We voted, with the exception of one school, and we voted to say we will stand together on May 16th and we will have a day of prayer, protest, and change, and we will not send our children to school. So what we want to do first and foremost is thank all those parents who had the courage to participate. Who had the courage to participate in that change. Because we've heard, we have people call us from the schools, and we know that we had an incredible amount of support. We also called for those people who needed to go to school, because this is not about kids not going to school. That's not what it's about. It's really about drawing attention to the fact that we're sending them to a system that we know is broken. We can do better than that. So the next thing we asked for is we said that this is not just a parent fight. This is a fight for our whole community. This is about making the city of Buffalo a better place for us all to live.
Smith actually brought much of this to my attention. Very brief. I am so excited today to be a resident in the city of Buffalo. Today is a day, and I'll give Nate this credit for this. This is not a celebration. Right. Nate shared with me. Don't celebrate yet, folks. This is not a celebration. This is our agitation for activation. Because systems do not change without agitation. And I know that there are some who have become comfortable, and they've become comfortable with 70% dropout rate. They've become comfortable with some children passing and other children not passing. They've become comfortable with a system that was sent to us by the state that requires every child to fit in one shoe. And the real fact of the matter is that all of our children are unique and they need a unique education for every. And because they have become comfortable, then it will take agitation to make change. And so that there are some people who are not comfortable going more to the graveyard than we are to graduations. We are not comfortable at all with seeing our children die and not make it. And so today, we don't celebrate, we agitate. If we do not agitate, then those who have gone before us, I believe, will not be pleased with us. Those who stood on the buses and said we will no longer sit in the back would not approve of our actions. Those who stayed out of school so that black, white, Asian, no matter who you were, could get a good education would not be pleased with us. So today I want you to think of one of your forefathers or foremothers that have gone before us, and at the count of 3, holler out my name in order to remember them in this day of agitation. 1, 2, 3.
Period, the district had a budget of $420 or so million. It had a teaching force of about 6,400 teachers. It had about 56,000 students. Well, today, the district has $900 million. It has only 3,500 teachers. It has only 35,000 students. So we have almost half the number of teachers, half the number of students. We're paying more than twice the amount of money, and we're getting less education now than we've ever got in the history of Buffalo. That cannot stand. It just cannot stand. We are fighting for the most fundamental right that every human being has in this society, and that is the right to be educated, to be transformed, to be turned into somebody when you are an adult who is competent academically, socially, and vocationally when you are 23, 24 years old. We have to make that happen for everybody. Because if we don't, we pay a price. And the price is that we see almost $40 million a year leave our city to put people in prison. That's not even counting the money we gotta pay to take care of them when they're in prison. We can't put our children in contact with each other because half the children are out of school, are in prison, they're suspended from school. Our girls don't have boys to marry, and the girls may not be somebody who the boys want to marry. Let's talk truth. We have a system that is defective. We know that when we had the best schools, we had neighborhood schools. The schools were a part of the neighborhood that they were in. But now the schools are outposts of somebody else in the middle of the community, have nothing to do with the people in the community that the school is in. How can a parent who has 3 or 4 kids going to 3 or 4 different schools, how can they be involved in every one of their kids' schools? How is that possible? Half of the parents don't even have cars. Are you taking 3 or 4 buses to every single school for every single child? That's just not going to occur. So we have to stop. There are structural things that we can change. I hear this whining about the parents aren't prepared. The parents don't know enough. The parents don't do enough. Well, guess what? That's the material that you got. That's who's here. Those are the kids that we got to take care of. So instead of whining about that, fix it. How do you fix it? You put the kids and the parents in the same neighborhood. You put after-school programs in every single school.
Okay, today, after the rally, after we're being responsible parents, I still have another job to make it to, which is with the models and choreography of the whole big old show to go down for the magazine to come out. And this is how I make it happen. So we leave downtown and we rush over to our spot where we're holding our model, what is it? Our model, what is it? Rehearsal. Yes, a rehearsal. Our model rehearsal. Anyway, we make it over and we hold in our model rehearsal. take a look at what they do next. It's always drama.
Okay, you see how fast you went down there? Yeah. You did, but you ain't it don't matter. It doesn't matter. You gotta get your point. You see how fast you went there? Okay, so I'm gonna be over. Yeah, that's fine. This is to give you an idea how it's gonna be. But you gotta remember.
Next ain't gonna say hi?
No, one more time. Hi, Avery. So slow down. You want me to slow down?
Yes.
Boom! Pause. No. Right. Pause. Alright. Boom!
They got a ass kid, acting them all left, fell by the caskets. They should've wet you, or whoever trust you. They gon' halfway down the runway, and then at the other end. Speak right here, right? Whatever. I'll come out that way.
Go, Dominique. Stay right there. Stay right there.
I go that way?
Your last pose. Boom.
So on the outside and in the middle?
Got it? Second person. When they break, then use the second. Y'all two coming out. They get it. You're gonna meet in the All right, let's try it one more time.
In the streets, still handle the home. I'm a class
You gotta do the same thing coming down. Then look at me coming down.
Y'all almost fell.